Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a rematch against Kain, fan of mine I should say, from the Discord server. I believe he was actually the first person that I didn't know to join my Discord server, and as a quick plug for the Discord, I will leave a link in the description, so all who are interested can go ahead and join the Discord server. You can hang out, chat, battle, whatever you want to do. So yeah, looking at his team, it looks to be pretty strong and pretty interesting as well, which is always fun. Looking at my team, it is another team remix. No new Pokemon on this one, of course. Just a bunch of Pokemon that I like from pretty much all over the place that I just wanted to kind of throw together and use here. So just want to make a quick note of the opponent's team right here, and then we have precious little time to decide what we want to lead with. So I think that is a good question. I think we're gonna go ahead and this could go one of a few different ways actually, but I think we're gonna lead with the Aerodactyl actually. And we will see how that works out. This is poised to be our last game here on BDSP, so hopefully we can make it a good one. So he's going to go ahead and lead with the Espeon, which is not great, but not terrible actually, as we decide to lead with the Aerodactyl. So we do have the pressure coming into play, of course. So we should be outspeeding this thing, I believe, since we are naturally faster than it. Obviously, we can't go for the hazard because of the magic bounce. He may stay in, he may switch out, but I think the best thing we can do here is actually just try to hit him as hard as we can right off the cuff with a Stone Edge. So we're just going to go ahead and go for that right away and see what he wants to do here. He may well not want to stay in on this matchup, but we can't risk it. And he does stay in. We go for the Stone Edge. We actually miss, which is really unfortunate. He goes for the Psychic, which is going to knock us all the way down to about a quarter HP, so that really sucks. That Stone Edge miss actually just really hurt us. So yeah, we probably can't take this thing out in one shot, although maybe we can, but yeah, we don't really have anything that wants to switch into a Psychic, unfortunately. So yeah, this is actually pretty bad. I suppose I really didn't want to lose Aerodactyl like this without getting the hazards up, but we might not have a choice right now. I think we're gonna make a risk, and we're gonna try to switch into the Mawile. Actually, we want to try and save Aerodactyl. But yeah, that miss was really devastating actually. So we're gonna go ahead and switch in with the Mawile, and he is actually gonna switch out as well, which is interesting, and gonna go to the Umbreon, which is interesting. So that's actually pretty good for us. So yeah, I think we can pretty freely, I don't know if he's going to want to stay in on this matchup or not, but don't really want to make any big risks at this point. I think we're going to go ahead, we're just going to play it safe here, and we're going to go ahead and click play rough. Hopefully we don't miss. He isn't going to stay in on this matchup indeed. He's going to go ahead and switch to the Jirachi, which is unfortunate. We go play rough. We do connect. It is sheer force and life orb boosted, so it actually does do a fair amount of damage there. About a third on a resisted hit, which is pretty good. So I don't know if we really want to stay in on this matchup. I kind of don't. So I think we can relatively safely switch to the Gastrodon, so that's what we're going to do. Don't want to take like a fire attack or anything from this thing. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and come in with the Gastrodon, as he is going to just go for a Stealth Rock, get that entry hazard set up, which is unfortunate because we really don't have any way to remove hazards on this team. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead. We could do Earth Power for maximum damage, but He does have switch options to that, so I think the best thing we can do here is actually just go for a Scald, so that's what we're going to attempt to do here, as he stays in, goes Meteor Mash, and actually misses, so we're going to nail this thing with a Scald here, and that's going to knock it down to about a quarter HP in the red, which is nice. So yeah, or I should say in the yellow rather, so I think there's no reason not to just stay the course. He doesn't really have anything that really wants to switch in on a Scald, so we're just going to go ahead and Scald again here, as he is going to switch out. The only thing he really has to bring in would be the Gyarados that resists it, but he's going to come in with the Umbreon instead. We're going to go Scald. That is going to do next to nothing to this thing, which is unfortunate. And then he is going to regain some HP with the leftovers. So, actually kind of glad we didn't get a burn there, because the burn would have synchronized to us as well, probably. So, yeah, now we have to decide what we want to bring in on this thing. It is really unfortunate that we don't have hazard control on this team, but yeah, it is what it is. That's what happens when you put teams together for fun. So, anyway, I think, what do we want to do here? I think the best option we have is probably to switch in with the Shaman here. Knowing the rocks are up, don't want to really take unnecessary Stealth Rock damage on anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and switch in with the Shaman, and we are going to take that Stealth Rock damage, of course. He's going to go for a Wish, so he's going to attempt to heal something up there next turn, as we are going to get some HP back with our leftovers. Now, he may well, he is going to get some HP back with leftovers, of course, too. So, he may well want to switch into that Jirachi and try to get the Wish to heal that thing back, which is a possibility. So, I think we're actually going to go ahead and go for a Seed Flare here to try and hit that thing as hard as possible if he indeed does try to do that. And he actually stays in, so we go Seed Flare. We'll see how much it does. Not too much, unfortunately, as he goes for a Payback in return. And that's not going to do too much damage to us, actually. And the Wish is just going to go ahead and heal him back up to full. So, not a great turn of events, but not the worst, honestly. So, we do get some HP back with the leftovers, and yeah, not 100% sure what we want to do here. We could definitely try to Leech Seed this thing to force a switch. I mean, he could switch the Espeon in, but I don't know if he'd want to do that, to just straight up switch that thing into a Seed Flare. So I think we're just going to go ahead and go Leech Seed and see what he wants to do. And he is going to switch out, which is interesting. We'll see what he wants to come into. It is going to be the Jirachi. So we are going to go for the Leech Seed. We do get the Leech Seed, which is nice. So we're going to go ahead and get that set up. And we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers. And then we're, of course, going to steal some HP with the Leech Seed. So the question is this Jirachi going to be speed invested or not? That is the big question here, because I believe it's a speed tie if it's not speed invested, because we're not speed invested, but if it has any investment in speed at all, it's going to be outspeeding us. I don't really want to take a big attack with Shaman right now, so I think I kind of want to switch into the Gastrodon, since he kind of revealed he really doesn't have a good move for the Gastrodon, so we're actually just going to go ahead and do that. So, there it is. And we do take the Stealth Rock damage, of course, and he is going to go Zen Headbutt, so he is going to hit us with that, and that is going to do quite a bit of damage, actually, knocking us to just above half. We are going to get some HP back with the leftovers, and then going to get some Leech Seed as well, and it is not quite enough to finish him off, unfortunately. He survives that in the red, so that does suck, but the only good thing is, if he does stay in for one more turn, the Leech Seed's going to be taking him out. So I think what we're going to do, knowing that, is we're actually going to go for a Recover here, I think, because if he does attack us, we'll be able to heal him off. And indeed, he does go for the Zen Headbutt. So he connects, and that's going to take us all the way down to a quarter HP in the yellow. We don't get flinched, which is perfect, which is going to allow us to go for the Recover, which will put us back up to nearly full. And then after the leftovers and Leech Seed Recover, I think that'll put us pretty close to full. And this turn, the Leech Seed is going to get rid of the Jirachi, and that is going to knock him down to 5. So that is a pretty fortuitous turn of events for us right there. And yeah, Gastrodon's sitting in a pretty decent spot. So we'll see what he wants to bring in response. It is going to be the Espeon. So he comes in with that. And yeah, this thing could definitely be packing a grass move, so we definitely don't want to stay in on this matchup. What do we want to bring in? I think probably the best thing we could do is bring the Mawile in, so that's what we're going to do. And we'll see what he wants to do. But yeah, we can't afford to risk staying in here. So he is definitely thinking about this one. And yeah, so it looks like he is going to be staying in. We do switch, of course, into the Mawile, of course. Do take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage. And he is going to Shadow Ball, so probably anticipating a switch there. That is going to do quite a bit of damage to us, taking us to about half. So it looks like it actually could take us out with one more shot. Now the only question is he going to want to risk that or not? So it looks to be really close, and I don't know if he wants to make that risk. So it's going to be a pretty big risk for us, because we could definitely go Sucker Punch here and hit him really hard if he tries to take us out. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty difficult decision to make here at this point. That is going to be just really close, but you know what? That's going to be a roll, I think, whether or not it's going to take us out. I think he, you know what, I think he does stay in, so I think we Sucker Punch here. That's what we're going to do. And nope, he doesn't stay in, so that is unfortunate. He's going to switch out, and he's going to switch in with the Gyarados, which is unfortunate. So he is going to get the Intimidate to cut our attack, which sucks. And yeah, we are going to Sucker Punch, which is not going to do anything, which also sucks. So yeah, we're in a little bit of a predicament here. We pretty much have to switch out against this Gyarados, and I think, I'm not 100% sure what we want to switch into, but I think probably, what do we want to do here? Yeah, we can't do much with the Gastrodon, but that might be our best switch. And this could definitely give him the opening he needs to Dragon Dance, which would be really bad. But I think the best possible play we have is actually the Gastrodon. So we're gonna go for that and see what he wants to do. So there it is. And we do take the Stealth Rock damage, of course, just a little bit, as he is going to Earthquake. So he was going for the kill straight away. That is going to knock us down to about half. After the Leftovers recovery will put us up to about a little above half there. So now the question is, what is he going to want to do to this thing? So we know we should be able to survive another attack from this thing, so I think our best bet is to pop another Recover off here. So Gastrodon does look pretty valuable. We want to save it, but he actually is packing Taunt, which is really unfortunate. He's going to go for that, and that's not going to allow us to recover. So definitely interesting move choice on his side. Definitely worked out for him there. So that is unfortunate. We are going to get some HP back with the Leftovers, which is nice, but yeah, we're not looking to be in the best of shape here, but now what do we want to do is the question. I think if he has Taunt, he's probably, I would guess, not packing Dragon Dance. But then again, who knows? So he might have... we don't know what he has. But we know he has Taunt. So I think we could make a really big risk here. We could definitely make a really big risk here and try to switch out. I think, you know what? I think we're going to have to start taking some chances here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take a chance here. So we're going to go ahead, predicting the... We could predict the Earthquake and switch to the... Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to attempt to... We're almost out of time, so we're going to try to predict the Earthquake again and switch to the Aerodactyl to see if we can get a free switch on this thing here. We do come in with that. We are barely going to survive the damage on the Stealth Rock switch in. We do get the pressure coming into play, as he is going to Earthquake, so we do get Aerodactyl in for free, which is nice. So now we have another pretty big choice to make on our hands, because we could definitely, if we can hit a Stone Edge, do some sizable damage and or take this thing out. So he knows that. I don't think he's going to want to stay in on this matchup, and I can't see him wanting to bring the Espeon in on this thing since he knows we outspeed him. So we're going to take another big risk here and click Stealth Rock and hope we can get the Stealth Rock set up on him, as indeed he does switch out. And what's he going to go into? It is going to be the Espeon. So I really didn't think he was going to want to switch the Espeon in, but indeed he did want to switch the Espeon in. So he's going to Magic Bounce the Stealth Rock, which really doesn't do anything since we already had Stealth Rock on our side of the field. So if he didn't already have the Stealth Rock set up on us, I probably wouldn't have done that. But yeah, so now I think we really just need to get damage on this Espeon. We can't risk missing a Stone Edge at this point, so we're just going to go ahead and Earthquake this thing. We can't survive another switch in on the Stealth Rock with Aerodactyl, so we pretty much just have to stay in here. We're going to go for the Earthquake, and that is going to take this thing down by about 2/3, which is great damage. And he is going to go ahead and pop a berry right here. It is going to be a Citrus Berry, which is going to heal him back up. He is going to go for a Shadow Ball in return, and of course that will finish the Aerodactyl off from that range and knock us down to 5. So a little bit of an unfortunate turn of events for us there. So we're going to essentially be stuck with Stealth Rock in play on our side of the field and not on his side of the field. But we have to try and work with it. So what do we want to bring into this Espeon is the question here. And that is a great question. I think the best thing we have may very well be, we can't, probably the safest thing we can do is switch in the, that is going to be close though. Oof, this is a tough one actually. I think the best thing we got is going to be the Shaman, honestly, because we know we can take any attack this thing throws at us with the Shaman and then hit back really hard with a Seed Flare on something, so that's really going to be the move. So we come in, take the Stealth Rock damage, and I think the best thing we can do here is just go ahead and click Seed Flare and hope we don't miss. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, and we'll see what he wants to do. Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do. And he is definitely thinking about this one pretty hard. So he doesn't really have much that wants to switch into a Seed Flare from Shaman, which is nice. But yeah, we'll see what he wants to do. So he is indeed going to switch out, and he is going to come in with the Jolteon. Okay, so that is a bold move there. We're going to go Seed Flare. We do connect with the Seed Flare, and that is going to knock that Jolteon down to about 3rd HP. We do get the special defense drop, which is really nice as well. And then we're going to regain some HP with the leftovers, and the Jolteon going to go ahead and get burned from the Flame Orb, revealing it to be a quick feat, I believe. So now the question is, what do we want to do with this thing in? So we are packing numerous electric immunities on our team, so it would definitely be a risk for him to go for the electric attack. I don't really know what this thing can do to us, honestly, this generation. To the Shaman, I don't know what it can really do. But yeah, I think our best bet here is to, I think we're just going to go ahead and fire off a Dazzling Gleam. It should be enough to take the Jolteon out if he stays in, and should do a decent chunk to anything else. He actually protects, which is interesting. He's just trying to scout us here. So we go Dazzling Gleam, and obviously that's not going to do anything. So that actually kind of works out for us a little bit, because it does stall out another turn of leftovers recovery for us and the turn of burn damage on him. So the scouting there actually kind of helped us out. So now the question becomes, what do we want to do? So he could expect the Dazzling Gleam because we clicked it last time. So yeah, another critical point, and the match's timer's running out, unfortunately. I think we go Dazzling Gleam again. I think that's the play, as we go Dazzling Gleam again. So he is going to Yawn, so that's interesting. He's going to go for the Yawn, and yeah, that's going to put us to sleep next turn unless we switch. We're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam in return, and that will definitely be enough from that range to finish that Jolteon off and knock him down to 4, as we do get some more HP back with the leftovers. So now we're going to be in an interesting situation, because if we don't switch the Shaman out next turn, we're going to be going to sleep. So he knows that, and that's going to be critical as to what he decides to bring in here. So what is he going to bring in is the question. To face the Shaman. He definitely has a couple of solid options to deal with the Shaman. Well, really one that I can think of. Depending on movesets, maybe more. And the one he's going to choose is going to be the Weevil, so kind of figured that was coming. So yeah, we definitely don't want to take a an ice attack from this thing. So I think we want to switch to the Arcanine here actually for multiple reasons. But I think he's going to know that we're going to switch. So what is he going to want to go for? He might not want to go for the ice attack, but you know what? I think we still do the Arcanine anyway because we can get an Intimidate on this thing. It is going to suck taking a round of Stealth Rock damage with it, but I think that is the best choice. So we're going to come in with the Arcanine, and we are going to take that Stealth Rock damage, which does hurt. We're going to get the Intimidate to cut this thing's attack, which is good. And then he is going to go for a Swords Dance, so that is really terrifying, actually. He's going to get that +2 physical attack. So after the Intimidate from the Arcanine, he's going to be sitting at +1 right now, so that is pretty scary, but you know what, I believe that Arcanine can probably take a shot from this thing at +1 from that health, so we're going to go ahead and click Close Combat here, see what he wants to do, and he's going to go for a Throat Chop. Can we take it? Yes, Arcanine hangs on with 25 HP in the red. Going to go for the Close Combat in return, and that is absolutely going to destroy that Weevil, knocking it all the way down to a Focus Sash, actually. He is going to survive because of it, and our defenses are going to be cut, and he's actually going to Pickpocket is going to activate and steal our Choice Band, actually, so that is really interesting. So really interesting turn of events here that he's now Choice Banded into but actually that's going to let us go for Extreme Speed now because he's Choice Banded. So yeah, we get to switch our move now. That's going to let us click Extreme Speed. So really interesting turn of events. He's going to switch out, knowing the Extreme Speed's coming, into the Gyarados. Going to get the Intimidate to cut our attack. Not really going to matter since the timer just ran out. We're going to hit an Extreme Speed on the Gyarados, which is going to do next to nothing. But it's not really going to matter. He's going to regain some HP with the leftovers. And since the timer is up, that is game. So we are going to get a 5-4 victory there over Kain. But that was a really interesting game, actually. Really intense match. Very close as well. So yeah, that was just an all-around pretty great match, actually. And I would say, actually, a pretty fitting and pretty decent way to end the Wi-Fi battles here on BDSP, because as I did mention, this is going to be my last battle here on BDSP, last Wi-Fi battle, that is. So, yeah, I did have a lot of fun doing the BDSP Wi-Fi battles. There were definitely some drawbacks, as especially the timer, which unfortunately played a factor in too many games, this one included, which is kind of why I said that it's a fitting way to fitting note to end on here on BDSP with another game going to the timer. So yeah, it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, yeah. So what we're gonna do now is, since we're going to be done with BDSP battles here. You guys know the drill. The next video that I post is going to be a summary of my BDSP Wi-Fi battle series, as per the usual, for you guys who've been following me any length of time would know. And then, yeah, we're going to be looking to the future after that. So, again, a lot of fun, definitely some drawbacks, but at the end of the day, I did have fun doing these, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed watching them. So, and I'm definitely pretty excited to look toward the future of Pokemon, with obviously Scarlet and Violet coming out in only a couple of short weeks here. Definitely going to be looking forward to battling on those games at some point down the road, hopefully in the not too distant future. So, but yeah, that'll do it for right now. So that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new videos in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.